everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tiffy, and today I thought it would be a really fun idea for me to just sit down and talk to you guys about why I decided to start a clothing line. I've talked about it a little bit here and there, but I haven't made like an official video just talking about everything. And I've had it for about over a year now, and this is actually one of my first designs, one of my first dresses that I've actually done. So I thought that I would just make this video. So if you've been with the channel for a while now, you will have known that I've always loved doing lookbooks and fashion, and it's something that I've just recently got into when I started doing YouTube. Growing up, I went to a private school, so I would wear uniforms, and in high school I was like not really into fashion. I was just kind of a tomboy. But when I started to become a woman, I guess, I really just started to love fashion and saw it as a form of expression. And I just really loved it. So backstory, my mom, she used to dress me up super cute when I was little, and she was actually going to school for fashion design. And when she got pregos with my brother, she did not finish fashion design school. So growing up, she's always like made our Halloween costumes. She's like sewn stuff for us. So she was very, very knowledgeable when it comes to clothing, and I've just been around that my whole entire life. And Halloween was my favorite, absolute favorite holiday, just because I love the costumes. And so I had this idea of like, man, it would be awesome if I could just create some really cool, unique clothing to express yourself. So I had been doing YouTube for, I want to say maybe 5 or 6 years. And that's when I, kind of had this struggle mentally. It was really hard for me to work, and every night was just a struggle. It was very, very scary. And I would have these thoughts, these really scary thoughts in my mind. And after dealing with that for 5 months or so, I kind of would have to tell myself, these are just thoughts, these are moods, they'll pass. It's okay to have these feelings, and they're just that's what they are. They're just thoughts. You're not acting on anything. From that experience, it was a very mental struggle for me. I thought that it would be a really cool idea to create a clothing line that raises mental health awareness, because before this incident had happened, I had never struggled with any mental struggles, I guess. So yeah, that's where the idea came from. Was I went through this struggle and I wanted to do something positive with it. And so I always had this idea of, I want this clothing line to have to do something with raising mental health awareness or something to do with that, but I just didn't know how to intertwine it and make it work. So I just started the clothing line. I called it Moody Me because of all the different moods that I would feel. I'd feel like these different mood swings, but and it's also about expressing yourself through clothing, so your different moods. So I decided to go back to school. I decided to go to school for fashion design, and this was while I was doing YouTube, and I only lasted for about a month. And then I realized, wow, this is a lot of work. I cannot do YouTube full time and go to school. It just didn't work. But while I was in school for that 1 month, I did learn a lot. I actually got all the books, and I felt like I didn't need to go to school, to be honest with you. I felt like I didn't need to be in the classroom setting, because everything I needed to learn was either on hands experience, because I was already doing it, or just through reading books. So that's why I decided to not go to school anymore. And one of the things that I did learn, though, while I was in school, was that the fashion industry is the second most pollutive industry in the world. And then I started learning about fast fashion and, what's it called? Disposable fashion, and how, places like Forever 21 and H&M and Zara and just clothing that is made for a one-time use and then is just tossed and thrown away. I learned that there's like these huge landfills of clothing that even people in other countries, like you would think, oh, send it to another country and help them out. They don't even want it. So there's like a huge issue with clothing and it being just creating these landfills of clothing and they don't decompose. So, and also there's a couple documentaries, I'll put them in the description, that if you guys want to learn more about it, I highly recommend checking it out. I learned that, you know, when people would source or when a clothing would be made in another country, like in China or I don't know, wherever it may be, like some of the work, India is another big one. The work environments, not only the work environments, but the ethics are just so inhumane. And it was heartbreaking for me. And so when I had heard about that and how, you know, people weren't treated well making clothing, it really made me think, like, the clothing that I'm wearing on my back, someone has gotten paid like cents to make this, and you know, they're working out of a sweatshop, and it could have been a child, and it really just opened my eyes to things. And so I wanted to make a brand, a clothing brand that I was proud to wear, not only because I knew where it came from and I knew that it was made humanely, but I knew that it was made with the utmost quality and that you would be able to wear it multiple times and people wouldn't throw it away after wearing it one time or you know. So that's why I decided to make the clothing line made here in Los Angeles, because I would have control over that. And it's been a really hard journey to do that. I've learned that there's a reason why people don't do that, because it's so hard and it takes so much effort to find a manufacturer that is humane or that will take small orders. And so I really wanted to make a change. I wanted to make a difference with the clothing line. And it's been a really big growing process, and it's been really hard to do, but I'm proud. I'm really proud of everything that we're putting out, and like it just makes me feel good, you know. And that's what I want to do with my work, is I just want to feel good about it and I want to believe in it. So that is why I decided to start a clothing line, in a nutshell. But I've only had this clothing brand, this line, for a little bit over a year, and it's still growing. Like, I'm not saying it's perfect. This is a whole new industry for us, and we still have a lot of learning and growing to do. So that's why, you know, if you do purchase from us, like, we would love to hear your feedback. But even just as a company, like, we're still developing and learning and growing. And I wanted to share this with you as well. Recently, I went to a music festival at the Gorge. It was called Paradiso, and it was so much fun. I went with some friends, and if you've been following me, you will know that I guess you could call them raves. I love going to raves and music shows and festivals, and I have been going for over 10 years. And that's one thing that I would post here and there, but I never would really share the experiences or why even I like to go to them. And I think the reason why, well, A, I love music, I love dancing, and B, I realized this weekend that I love the fashion and I love expression and I love the dancing that goes along with the music. It's very like mental. Like, dancing, it makes me feel so good, and feeling the music is just good for me mentally. And so I was thinking, you know, that'd be a really great way to tie in the whole mental health awareness aspect with the brand, because I've been having trouble with that. I've been having trouble just putting those pieces together. So this past weekend, I had an epiphany there at the show while I was dancing. I had this idea that, you know, when I went into this and started making clothing, I was just so ambitious, and I had so many ideas that I wanted to bring to life, and learned very quickly that it's really hard, and I need to take baby steps, and I need to move slower than I think I need to. So I thought at the music festival while I was having this epiphany that I want to focus more on, I guess you could call it not rave attire, because honestly I wear this stuff out in the day, but it's more just like, I don't even know what to call it. If you guys have a term, help me out here. But I feel like it's more just like stuff that's fun to dance in, or just like to twirl in and to have fun and play in, and to go to music festivals in and listen to music and just rage, but still look very cute doing it, and knowing that, you know, a child or whatever it may be didn't, you know, work on your clothing, and that you can wear it multiple times because it'll last, because it's good quality. So I was thinking of kind of pivoting. You know, the brand was just kind of like this all, you know, fashion, street fashion, or even like loungewear. So I think I might even just pivot it to, I guess, like this rave culture, plur culture. I don't even know what to call it. Festival wear. But that, I think, is the direction that I want to go. Because you still need, you know, like comfy sweaters and stuff when you go out to these music shows. So that is the direction I want to go with it, because I really feel like it is just, it's kind of like therapy for me. Like music festivals and dancing and shows, and like it has always been a big part of my life, and I've had some of the most memorable times of my life at these shows with my friends, and it's just something I feel like someone just has to experience. And so I think I'm going to pivot the brand in that direction, and also create DIYs that go along with the clothing. So because there's a lot of stuff that, you know, you can make yourself and make it your own, but yeah, I thought that I would share that with you guys and let you know what's going on with the brand. We kind of like slowed down a little bit on production, just because it's very expensive and it's very time consuming, and it could be wasteful at times if you don't do it correctly. So I want to make sure that we, you know, we are foolproof, future-proof, and I don't become too ambitious and try to reach these goals that I expect to just happen, you know, because it doesn't. I'm literally building this from the ground up. And so yeah, I thought that I would share that with you guys. I think that's all that I wanted to say. But I also wanted to say thank you to anyone who's supported or bought from us. I love seeing all of your pictures, so be sure to tag me on Instagram, tag the Moody Me clothing line as well. We're trying to do more community posts too, and just thank you for supporting me on this like crazy idea that, you know, I'm looking back at it now, I feel like I'm a little crazy for just jumping into it and doing it, but you know what, like that's what you gotta do sometimes, and that's how you learn. So thank you everyone who's supported me in the clothing line, and I'm gonna be pivoting it a little bit, but definitely look out for more clothing in the future. Just know that with every piece that's created, like we're learning, we're growing, and it's coming from a place of love, and that is the message. That is the message that I want to send out there with this brand, is self-love and love for others, and yeah, and love for yourself and your moods, because we all go through them. But I think that's all I want to say. If you guys haven't heard of the brand, definitely check it out. It's moodymee.la. That's the website, and that's the Instagram account. My camera ran out of space, but I forgot what I was saying. I know I was wrapping it up, but thank you. And I hope that gives you guys a little more insight into why I started the brand, what the goal is, what the mission is, and what the future looks like. So yeah, I hope you guys love it, and I'm going to continue working my butt off. I will probably be posting some more updates on the brand on the channel, because honestly, like, I love the design process. That's my favorite part, is just being able to design it. But there's a lot more that goes into that, and I just want to share it with you guys. And like, if you're interested in creating a clothing line yourself or designing or anything, like, I just want to show you guys the process of this. Like, this is my new little baby, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And you know what? I'm not expecting it to go big and get huge and scale. Like, I am just happy being able to make a small amount of people happy and feel comfortable in their own skin and feel beautiful. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you're not subscribed, turn on notifications, and I will see you guys very soon. So thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.